for people in need. And my next guest is certainly doing that. Mike, he runs a company called Home Instead. In fact, I'll get him to introduce himself. Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Jack, hi, good morning. Thank you for having me on the show. Yes, I'm Mike from Home Instead Senior Care in Weston-super-Mare.
So, firstly, I suppose first things first. What is Home Instead Senior Care?
Okay, so we provide care and support for the elderly who are living in their own homes, so they can enjoy living there for longer and have a lovely quality of life, really. We work with clients and families to create a care plan that considers people's backgrounds, their daily routines, their lifestyle, their preferences, all of those things. We create a package that we can then roll out with our caregivers. And what we then do is find a caregiver that's matched to that client. We hope they'll enjoy one or two of the same interests, and they have a really good chance of building a strong relationship together, so that they can provide care like the extension to an extension to the client's family.
Yeah. I think it's a really, really good service, because when I was talking to my nan before she passed away, it was all about staying in her home, staying where she wanted to be, and not having to leave, because obviously you build your lives up around your home. You just look at where you're living, you look at your family around you, and you kind of think, what would happen if that was taken away? And for lots of people, being at home is really, really important. Obviously now, with COVID-19, coronavirus, call it what you will, we've got lots of older people having to isolate now, and that obviously could cause problems. How's that affected your service or what you're able to provide?
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. Life in the last couple of weeks has become very different for a lot of us, hasn't it? Almost all our clients and their families are looking at a new way of life, really. We've seen pretty significant change, really, in our care requirements. But I guess there's been two main themes in the change. So I suppose, firstly, many of our clients who have relatives nearby have taken the decision to move in with either the elderly relatives have moved in with the family, or vice versa, so that they can all self-isolate together. And I suppose, I'm sure you can imagine that then our companionship and home health services are perhaps no longer needed. Actually, for all the right reasons. So in that sense, it's reduced a little bit. But on the flip side, we've got a lot of elderly people living in Weston-super-Mare that have family that live in other parts of the country. Whilst they would have been able to visit and see their clients at weekends, let's say, they now can't, because they're having to isolate from their elderly grandparents. So in that sense, we're actually seeing an increase in our service, where we're able to increase our companionship and our services with our clients, to provide them with the company that they need in this vital time, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like obviously lots of people are self-isolating who would need that support. Families not always there to be able to give that, especially if they're across the country, as you said. What extra steps have you put in for staff and things like that? Obviously they are doing amazing work at the moment by putting their health at risk to help others. But what kind of extra steps have you put in place to support them?
Okay, so a couple of things, really. We've always done shopping for our clients. If we can, we're about enabling people. So if we can, we'll go shopping with our clients, take them out, or we'll go and get shopping for them. In these current times, clearly that's not something we can do, not right or acceptable. So clients are asking us to get shopping for them, or run errands. It might not be just shopping; it might be going to the post office or whatever. what we're trying to do and to develop is a way of making that whole process a little bit more efficient and frankly safer too, with the social distancing measures that are in place. So we're working to get a number of errands for all the shopping done in one trip for a number of different clients all at the same time.
Right, okay,
so we get the medication picked up and the shopping all together, and then deliver that to our clients. And then if they want it put away, if they want some companionship, we'll do that as well. So we're sort of moulding our service to suit the situation we're in, really. So that's really where we're at.
All right. So, is there anything particularly that the Wave listeners could help you in any way in the service that you operate? Is there anything you need? Is there any support that you might require that we could help you with?
Sure, no, thank you. So we're always looking for people to join our team. We're lucky. We have people coming through the recruitment process at the moment, which is fantastic, but we're always looking for more. What we're looking for is people that are kind and compassionate, people who've got a big heart, that want to give back, want to help people in these tough times, and now more than ever. I suppose people might think, oh, well, I haven't done this before, I haven't been in care before. For us, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. We provide all the training and support to allow our caregivers to provide the very best care to our clients. At the moment, we're training people weekly. We're doing so with some of the training by an online system, and also we're doing some training using Skype as well. So we're keeping the social distancing, but also maintaining the high level of training. If there's anyone out there that would like to talk to us, that would be fantastic. You know, the vulnerable and the elderly are overlooked in society generally, but with so many of our people that are over 70, we really could do with any extra support and help that we can get right now.
Amazing. And how do they do that? Do they go to your website? Do you have a some contact information that they could get in touch with you?
Absolutely. If they go to www.homeinstead.co.uk/Weston Supermare, that will allow them to apply, or they can call our phone number, which is 01934 526892.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much for coming on, Mike. It sounds like you're doing a fantastic service for vulnerable and for older people, and I'm sure we'll be catching up very soon about other issues and other things that are affecting people throughout Weston. But thank you very much for coming on the show.
Oh, great. Thank you, Jack. Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Miss me. I know you miss me. I know you miss me, but love.